Welcome to our channel. I'm Ace.
Hey everybody, I'm Fee. Hey everybody, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Thank you for joining us for another Sip and Chill. Today's topic is on exes and whether or not they should remain your friend.
Ooh, big topic.
Before we get started, as always, don't forget to do what?
Like,
subscribe,
and hit the little bell.
Good job. All right, so what are we drinking tonight?
I'm having Concord grape, and I'm sipping it out of my little boot, half-calf boot. Sipping it. It's wine.
Great. And I am also having wine by Cruz Garcia called Real Sangria.
It's probably fake.
It's good. So, hopefully it's somewhere in your local liquor store so you can give it a try. So let's jump right into it. The topic, exes and whether or not they should remain friends. Just for me, I think that just with anybody that you end up dating or making it official, you obviously build a friendship before you decide to take it further, right? So I don't see the problem in maintaining that friendship once the sexual, I guess, relationship has been dissolved. However, I understand that there are rules to that ex now being a friend in your life, especially when you've moved on to someone else. If the ex is disrespectful to your current relationship, then okay, maybe not so much. Obviously, they're not friends on that level with you, whereas they can respect what you have and how you've moved forward. But if it's completely just like any other friend that and you wouldn't have known that, you know, there was something more there, then again, I don't see why you can't maintain a friendship. Those are just my thoughts. Again, I know that there are different rules out there to say, okay, well, this shouldn't be the case and that shouldn't be the case. And at that point, we address them as they come. But going into it, I am okay with you having an ex as a friend. What about you?
My thoughts are on the same lines, but I think that if things broke off in a way where it wasn't mutual, then the friendship should not be in place.
What do you mean by mutual, though?
If one person was ready to break up and the other one wasn't, it's not, the other one has let go and the other one hasn't. Okay. So there's going to be problems regardless if you say you're friends. You know, the other person has yet to move on to the friendship level and they're still holding feelings, or they could say that they have moved on and then they haven't, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're thinking one thing and then you don't mean that, and then they take it the wrong way, and the next thing you know, you have to end up telling your spouse what the hell is going on because they're like pouring their heart out to you over text. And you're like, but I'm in a relationship. Right. So basically y'all were dating and you didn't know it. You're basically dating and you didn't know it. Why? Because now they've caught feelings again because they thought that this friendship was a relationship.
Even after you've moved on, and therefore they know that you've moved on?
Of course, yeah, because, I mean, that's just like somebody dating, that's just like a friend trying to date somebody who's already dating somebody. I mean, we have friends that have had this happen. So, yeah, I'm going to play the friend role for a minute until things don't work out or something comes up within your relationship that you can talk to me about, and then I can sway you one way. And wait my turn basically again since it's an ex.
But then at that point, is that even a friend?
It's not, and that's what some people don't realize is that your ex is really not your friend. Sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying sometimes your ex isn't really your friend. And because you are, you have been sexually active with this person, you have been emotional with this person, you have let this person in, it's harder for you to see that as an ex. And for the person that's never been so emotional with this person, they can clearly see that, hey, guess what you're missing? Y'all are secretly dating and you don't know it. Like, this is what I'm saying. So it's a real complicated and hard situation out there when it comes to exes and you being friends with them. Some people can do it, some people can't. And that's just the way it goes.
So then what do you do when you're the one that's telling the person, telling your current spouse that ex is not a real friend?
Well, you know what I would do because it's happened. I said y'all secretly dating and you don't know it. Because it's
for that situation when, if let's say that that she doesn't see that you are that she's still pursuing, or she still thinks that y'all have a thing, even though clearly you've moved on.
I mean, if that's the case, then you're talking about the person that's not involved, right? The person that was never in the relationship.
I'm saying if you are now with someone else, and that someone else has that ex as a friend, but yet doesn't see that ex is still
right. And who am I in the situation?
You're the new girlfriend.
Okay, so if I'm the new girlfriend, I'm gonna tell you.
Outside of you saying y'all still dating and you don't know it.
Okay.
I mean, how do you help that person see? How do you help them see? Because at that point, the new person may not see. They might just think that you're just being jealous, or your guard is up a little bit, and it's not the case. So at that point, you're trying to prove it to her that no, your ex is still digging you, while she's trying to prove to you that she ain't thinking about her ex.
I mean, like I said, it's a complicated situation, and I guess what I would do is, if the relationship was very new, then I would probably not say anything. Now, if the relationship is if it's been a year or more, I'm saying a lot of things. But if it's new, I'm probably not going to say anything, just simply because the relationship is new and I don't even know where it's going. Okay. So, I mean, but if it's after a year, I'm definitely going to say something, because we know, well, y'all might not know, but I'm really big on time and not wasting it. So, if it's been a year, then I'd rather not waste a year more if you're digging your ex. So, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think at that point it's just more so the rule of it all. Again, I mean, that more so falls in with the disrespect of the current relationship.
Right, and that's what I take it as, when you are clearly and I don't know what to say about it, really, because honestly, because I am friends with some of my exes and some of them I'm not, so I can see both sides of things. But I also don't talk to my exes every day, so I think when you get to that every day and it's very consistent and it's a regular scheduled program, like you're looking at TV or something, I know that I'm going to talk to this person in the morning at 8 o'clock because they're going to text me good morning. I don't text my best friends good morning, or my exes good morning. I don't say, hey, good morning, how are you? Like, no, that's something that you do when you're either dating someone or you're trying to date someone or whatever. They shouldn't be telling you good morning. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because you actually had people doing this.
I mean,
So what are your thoughts?
well, I feel like
Now this is where it gets interesting. Because she actually has people doing this with her.
so. I think
As if it's
First of all-
normal.
first of
You
all-
guys, actually,
no.
hold on.
So first of all,
this is
you have to use the past tense because
had only
Exactly.
because of me. So get this: if I would have said nothing, then it would have continued as if nothing was wrong with it.
But I don't believe that. I don't recall
Hold on.
there being good morning texts.
Oh my God! I wish that somebody would have screenshotted this stuff. But if not good morning, they were talking to you in the morning. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
No, I mean I can listen.
and it was daily. Tell me it wasn't daily.
Yes, it was daily.
It was daily. Okay, so people, comment below if you think that, and this is just a comment. Let's get a discussion going because that's what this is about. If you feel as though it is okay for an ex to text your significant other in the morning, as far as wake up text, as far as talking to them every day, whether it be text, phone, email, whatever, Skype, I don't know, whatever kind of communication. If you feel it is okay, comment below and let us know, and
or if you
tell
feel
us
like
why.
It's not okay. I mean, either way.
And tell us why, because I'm really interested in hearing everybody's perspective on this, to see if I'm alone in this or if I have a following.
You're definitely not alone. I mean, there are some people for this exact reason. They're like, you know what? This is why it's just not okay to have your ex as a friend, because that'll cut out all of this, the rules of maintaining friendships with your ex.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too.
So I mean, I get that there will be people that will comment that way, but again, I just think that I it took for you to express it over and over, because it was not just the first time.
Oh yeah, it was
wasn't.
multiple
She had
times.
to express it over and over for me to get it. But then at that point, you know, then something.
So
clicked,
what
and
was the
therefore I
reality for
registered.
you when it finally clicked? What was the moment in which it clicked? Why did it click? Because obviously, me saying it to you was not enough.
Because
what
again,
did it?
well, first of all, I went through those motions of, okay, well, you know, she might be feeling a little insecure, jealous, whatever it is, because this is an ex. I don't know if it would have come up had it not been an ex. But it probably, when it finally did register, it was probably more so your feelings, your demeanor in delivering it, and then again, because I mean, you're not. The complaints over and over and over again eventually have to be heard, right? Like again, the first time it happens, okay, maybe, you know, she's just losing a little bit. Let me just love on her. She'll be okay. Second time, you know, same thing. But eventually it's just like, okay, well, this is something that's really obviously affecting her. So now I need to fix it. So that's really all it was. It just clicked when I realized it just needed to be addressed.
Okay, so have you ever had an ex that you've talked to actually proposition you with a relationship? Like, why can't we have this relationship? I understand that you're in this relationship, but why can't we be in a relationship? While you were in a relationship?
Off the back, I'm going to say no.
Ugh.
However.com. However.com.
That's gotta be a lie. That's gotta be a lie.
No.
That is a bold-faced lie.
No. Okay. Again, my first response
Bold
is no.
face
That
lie.
has never happened. However.
Yeah, I've seen her cheat.
.com. I am going to remove the word never and say it may have happened, but probably in the very beginning of a new relationship. That's when that.
Whenever she starts scratching her head, or yeah, that's a problem. But you're saying that you don't really know if that happened.
I'm saying that I'm pretty sure. I'm a certain
Almost
percent
positive.
that it has probably, because at that point, okay, you break up, especially if the breakup was not mutual. So let's say you break up.
But what better way to help that person than to stop talking to them? Like, that's the best way to help somebody get over you.
Hold on, because again, I mean, I have had to do that. I have had to stop talking to people to just take that time for myself. But sometimes the transition is not there. Sometimes you don't take the time before you find somebody else that you put your interest into. So again, if the breakup was not mutual, or let's say the breakup was mutual, so you thought, but then the time that person moves on, it's now like, oh my God, I don't know what we were thinking about. I don't know what we were doing. So we need to get back. I am almost positive that has happened before, or has been, addressed before when it comes to, what are we doing?
So basically what I said was accurate. And if you roll the footage back, roll that beautiful beam footage back, you'll see that she was lying.
I was not lying. I had to come to that conclusion. I said it's a possibility. Anyway, bottom line is, I am okay with someone being with you being friends with your exes, as long as certain rules are not broken. And from
what
my
are the
understanding,
rules?
we talked about the rules in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we might not have touched on every
I talked
rule.
about rules. You didn't, because you think that it's okay. I talked about what I think is excessive. You never went in the rules that you think are.
Well,
you never went in the rules, so you're like, what I said at the beginning, that doesn't make sense.
I think it can be anything that makes the other person uncomfortable. Bottom line. So regardless of what it is, if it makes your significant other uncomfortable, even if it doesn't make sense that it makes them uncomfortable, if it makes them uncomfortable, then you have to react. You have to respond.
That's a good point. So I think that the moral of the story is that you have to communicate and let the person know.
Yes.
We'll talk about communication. Maybe that'll be our next video. Communication.
Communication. That's always an excellent topic to discuss. However, if you all have some additional topics you would like us to discuss, oh my God, why are you doing that? If you have some additional topics that you would like for us to discuss, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. If you're following us on Instagram, or if you're not, please follow us so that way you can DM us as well your topics for discussion, and we will happily bring them forth for our next Sip and Chill. Until then, don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and hit that bell.
Boom!